let's look at some exponential work really quickly here. I've got a study guide that was made up. I may post this to you as well, just so you have some practice of what I'm talking about. Let's do number 2. Negative 18m to the 12th n to the negative third over negative 3m to the negative 1 n to the fourth. Okay, that problem right there. They're going to say simplify this. See, simplify, okay? Simplifying this problem, number 1 means you have to look at the fractional part of it, the whole numbers, the coefficients, and reduce them to lowest terms. Separately, you've got to look at the variable part and their exponents. Number 1 with exponents in a problem, you never finish with a negative exponent. Now, I'm going to give you a very simplified definition of negative exponents. I'll give you others as we go through this, maybe another video later. But negative exponents basically are just telling you, I'm in the wrong place. Now, if you had me as a teacher last year, like some of you did, or maybe you will this next year, I'll say, I'm in the wrong place. This thing right here is telling me, and this thing right here is telling me, I'm in the wrong side or on the wrong side of this fraction. The n to the negative third should move down to here and become a positive n to the third, and the m to the negative 1 should move up there and become an m to the positive 1. Okay, they're just telling you in the problem that they're in the wrong spot. Okay, so my 1m, or m to the first, moves up here with the m to the 12th, and it should become not m to the 12th anymore. You have 1 extra. It should become m to the 13th power. And the n to the negative third moves to the bottom. You've got an n to the fourth and an n to the third on the bottom of this equation. It should turn into n to the 7th, because there's 4 n's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 n's there. How many total n's? 7 of them, n to the 7th. Well, you've gotten this part of it done, simplified. You've got the m's on the top, the n's on the bottom. There's no negative exponents. They're not common variables, so you can't simplify those. Now you have to simplify the fraction over here. A negative divided by a negative is positive, and 18 thirds. What goes into both 18 and 3 evenly? 3. 18 divided by 3 is, good, 6. And 3 divided by 3 is 1. But do you need the 1 there? No. Does it hurt that it is there? No. That's your simplified answer for number 2 on this worksheet. Now, number 1, you don't have negative exponents, okay? And it's a little bit different of a problem. You have 32, a to the 7th, b to the 2nd. I wish they'd use x and y. I just prefer x and y. 4a to the 4th, b to the 4th, okay? You've got to break this into parts. You've got to break it into the coefficients. You've got to break it into the a's. You've got to break it into the b's and reduce this as best as you can the way that it's written, okay? There's no moving in this one. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm taking pictures of me getting the green marker. There's no moving variables like we did in the other one. The m's and n's, they moved from the top to the bottom. There's no negative exponents, okay? You've got to look at this as how many a's are on the top. There are 7 a's on the top. How many a's are on the bottom? 4. If they were making like a 1-to-1 ratio, 7 a's on the top, 4 a's on the bottom, you'd have a 1-to-1 ratio for 4 of them. That would wipe out the 4 a's here divided. You'd be left with 7 minus 4. Now you need to know this. A to the 7th divided by a to the 4th. Exponential division. You need to know this rule. When you divide with exponents like this, it truly is just subtraction of the exponential value. 7 minus 4 is a to the 3rd power, okay? You need to know that. This is something you should have done last year in your previous class, regardless if it was 7th or 8th grade. You should have done something like this, dividing with exponents. Multiplying with exponents, like if I had a to the 7th times a to the 4th, in multiplying, you have to add the exponents. So it would be a to the 11th if it was multiplying, but it's not multiplying. I'm just showing you, okay? So in this problem right here, we've got a to the 7th over a to the 4th. It reduces to a to the 3rd on the top. Why on the top? Because there were more a's on the top, so they stay on the top. Now the b's, There are more b's on the bottom. How many more? B to the second, 2 of them. Now let's reduce 32 over 4. That's another nice, easy one to reduce. 32 is divisible by 4. It is 8 over 1. So your answer should be 8a to the third, 1b to the second, over 1b to the second. Okay, so far so good. Now, like what I was talking to you before, a multiplication problem. Okay, you're multiplying these numbers. Now, oops, sorry, all over the place. You're multiplying these numbers. You're going to multiply the coefficients. 4 times 3. What's 4 times 3? 12. Coefficients are done. How many x's? Oh, be careful. Oh, I just messed up on this one already. Does anybody see my mess up? I didn't read it before I started working on it. Look at that sucker right there. 3x to the third power. This whole, it's the quantity of 3x to the third power, y to the second. You can't touch this problem until that 3x to the third power, you get rid of the parentheses. Okay? So 3x to the third power, 3 is to the third power. 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27. X to the first to the third power, you have to multiply these guys, 1 times 3. So it's going to be x to the third, y to the second. Why doesn't the y to the second change? Because it's not in the parentheses. It's just y to the second, whatever y is. Now, the original problem for x to the fourth, y to the second, z to the eighth, and it's a multiplication problem. Now that I've simplified that crap with the parentheses there, whoo, that was a tricky one. I forgot about that. Turned that into that. Now I can just multiply. Okay, coefficient times coefficient. 4 times 27. 4 times 27 should be 108. Okay, not should be. It is 108. Done with the coefficients. How many total x's do I have in this problem? Well, I've got 4 here and 3 here. Add the exponents. 4 plus 3 is 7. So I'm done with the x's. How many y's? I've got y to the second, y to the second, total of y to the fourth. Done, done. Now I've got z to the eighth in the first one and no z's in the other one. It's like a 1. What's 1 times z to the eighth? Z to the eighth. That is your simplified answer of that thing right there, number 3. Okay, I like these problems. I think I am going to attach this worksheet on for you guys to practice. I'm going to do that right now, and then I'll do little bits and pieces of it as we go. So I've done numbers 1, 2, and 3. Try numbers 4, 5, and 6 on your own. After I post it, ask me questions, and I'll be coming back to the stuff that's on both of these worksheets that I'm posting, because this is a good one. This really, truly is a good one for you to be able to do. So I will talk to you soon. Have a good 4th of July. Stay hydrated and be safe. I'll see you. Bye.